something's certainly going on here, because you see all these trees here, they've still got all their leaves. And I've noticed that they're only just starting to, well, brown. You've got a little bit of a brown sort of patch there. But you look at the leaves, they're only just starting to turn yellow. Now, this is the beginning of November. It's about a month late. It really is, about a month late. Something's going on in it. It really is. It's very concerning. Now, we've seen what's been going on regarding, obviously, the weather and what have you, and global warming and climate crisis and that, you know. And it's, when I say things like this, it just confirms it for me. I've never seen this before. I've been here in France 14 years, and always by, you know, within early October, we'll see the trees start turning. You know, the bronzing of the leaves and all that. But no, none of it. It is now, it's just only just starting, but it's literally about a month late. I think it's deeply concerning, because what we've also noticed is, considering we had very few wasps this year, the dogs didn't have any problems with fleas. I don't sense discussing what have you. Normally we have to give them a flea treatment. We haven't given them any flea treatment this year whatsoever. I know, I forgot my hat. I look like an egg. Oh well, never mind. No flea treatment whatsoever for the dogs. There's Wally. There he is, walking with me very, very slowly. He's still getting over his episode last week. But you see, I don't know what we're going to do about this. It seems to me that everything is becoming faster. Like the detriment to the environment and the place that we live is becoming more and more hazardous. Now, I said about the hard any wasps. We've actually got wasps coming out now in November, trying to find holes in the walls and what have you, you know, somewhere to nest, to create their nests somewhere. But we barely saw a wasp during the actual summer season. Normally get loads. Our apple trees at the front of the garden, what have you, and they're generally really peppered in wasps, especially when the apples start coming out, you know. You know, you just go mad for it. But no, not this year. Hardly any hornets at all. Normally they're a bit prolific. But they're actually showing their face now, in November. This isn't normal. This really isn't normal. Everyone's trying to tell me there isn't an issue. There certainly is. You know, the amount of flooding, and look what's just happened in Spain. You know, this is the beginning of November 2024. Last week, the Spanish people in Valencia and what have you, they got those flash floodings, and all those people, there's 1,900 people missing, and there's about 210 or 215 now. They know a lot that they know died. I think it's really, really concerning, and we criticise those who protest against it, which seems a bit mad, really. At the end of the day, they're protesting for us, really, and also every living creature. Although some kinds of protesting I'm not quite that keen on, but there you go. But yeah, it's a bit of a worry, and I don't know if there is enough time to actually sort it out now. It seems like everything is getting. It seems like everything's speeding up. It really does. In the environment, that is. Regarding the degradation of the environment. And although we're trying to do our little bit here with our rewilding project and what have you, for all the habitats, mate, but it's obviously not enough, is it? Obviously not. You know, and I kind of wonder if, for instance, if we all woke up and made a change tomorrow, would that be enough? I don't know if it would, no. Because it seems like that period of time that we need to make that change by seems to be getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And we've got all these wars. Oh, anyway, I'm not going to get into that because it's not what the channel's about. But yeah, I just think everything has shifted big time. And next year might be different. It might be the reverse of it. It might be the opposite. Because it seems like with the global crisis, what have you, and the climate change, it's like everything is up on its head. The problem with that is if you don't have a steady ecology, the way I see it is, he's not going to have food come at the right times, or or even pollinated properly. Because if you haven't got the insects, for instance, they're not likely to get pollinated at the right times. And there's lots of issues. There's lots of things to think about. You know, we did have bees though. We did have bees this year. We didn't have many other wasps and what have you, which isn't a bad thing. But we did have bees. So whether it was enough or not, I don't know. My little Wally's very clingy at the moment. Hey boy, you want a treat? Wally? Wally? He's got a bit deaf, he has. Yeah, boy. Yeah, he had a bit of an issue last week, to say the least. Basically, well, we think he died, and I had to resuscitate him. Literally, he had to go mouth to mouth, which was something I've never done before. Obviously, that was a bit of a shock. But he's loads better. The thing is, he's also on new medication, so it's like this. He's getting to get used to this new medication for his fits. So yeah, it was well, what actually happened with it? He basically choked on a piece of food because he was having a fit. He had a fit while he's eating his food, and he choked, and it blocked his airway. So it was a very frightening time. It really was. Oh, always best light. Well, I'm in the flipping light. Next minute, I'm in the shadow. Anyway, this is our rewilding project, or start of it. We've done about quite nearly 600 trees now, if not more actually. They go down into the valley, and we're doing about at least 1,000, maybe 1,500 trees. If you do want to take part in that little project of ours, there's a link down below. So you can basically make a contribution. I'll put a tree in the ground, and I'll make a sign to go with the tree. Well, you can have your name on it, or it could be, okay, well, if you like, maybe a loved one, what have you, or a pet. Not a pet, a pet. So anyway, that's our little project over here. So these are the first trees we planted some years ago. And although we kind of keep the bottom of the trees, undergrowth down at this stage, because we don't want to promote any diseases. So we're trying to keep it fairly clean. But this area here, what you see here, this is going to be a wild area. In this, not that bit here, not on the fence line, so we need to keep that clear. But that area there, we're going to promote loads of woodland wild plants in there. So it might be things like rhododendrons and stuff like that, and also some annual plants and bulbs, and, when a bit of light gets in, just to provide a bit of encouragement, a little bit of food and what have you. Because also going to be, we're going to be putting a variety of different brambles and not brambles, what are they called? They're a thornless variety of blackberries, we're putting raspberries, all sorts of stuff in here within our wildfires. Trying to provide some food, effectively, for the birdies and stuff. So that's what we're doing here anyway. So let's talk behind the microphone, it's probably not a good idea. I think it's directional. So yeah, so that's our little project over here so far. And we're going to start planting on our second field this year as well. You can probably see the trees in the distance, I don't know if you can. At the moment they're quite small, the further you go down. These are the more recent ones on this side of the field. I'll get a better opening. Over here. Well, you can see it there, can't you? That'll soon look like sticks, because obviously the leaves will come off them very shortly. It's getting to that point, getting close to that point now, I think. It's a bit late, but you know. We're done, there's an arbour around the well over there. We're planting another arbour down the corner in memory of people in Gaza. That sort of thing. So it's kind of a nice thing to do. We're quite proud of it anyway. And it's nice to think that you're giving something back. Do you know what I mean? It's just for wildlife, and we're so complacent, and we kind of think that it's our entitlement. We're entitled to everything nature provides us. It's like it's ours. It's not. Because without all the little critters and what have you, they're all part of this ecosystem, and unless we actually look after them as well, because we are little insect houses and that as well, how are they going to look after us if we don't look after them? If we're destroying them all with pesticides and stuff like that, how on earth are we going to actually survive this planet? As it takes a downturn, we've got to be thinking ahead. We really have. And if more people do things like this, not obviously if you want to contribute to this project, but do one of your own. Plant a tree somewhere. Be careful with some of those mass planting schemes, because some of them are greenwashing. So they're not too bad. They're not managed either. Yeah, some of them are, obviously, but, you know, be careful some of those big schemes. Especially the ones you get on like Temo and stuff, plant a tree and stuff. Yeah, right. But that's a joke, isn't it? Anyway, it's time for me to go. So me and Wally are going to say toodaloo, you know. Going to say toodaloo, Wally. He says I can't talk like that. He doesn't speak as much as either. Anyway, toodaloo.